Hi, I'm Donna Ida. Welcome to my home. I can't wait to show you around. Langdon Court is grade 2 star listed, and of all the listed properties in the UK, only 5% are grade 2 stars, so it's really, really special. It was actually on the endangered house list for over 30 years, and when we first found it, it was in a really sorry state. It was gutted. So we had to start from scratch, but we did have some beautiful bones, like we've got beautiful marble floors. Marble fireplaces, 1 or 2, nothing else. So this is the drawing room. It's just off the staircase hall, and it's a beautiful, calming, white space. I think it's the Australian in me that loves to have white, calming, beautiful rooms. Bit of green, I always like to bring the outside in. And for me, this is the perfect space to relax and unwind. With the art, I tend to have a real mix of styles, and old and new. Love photography, but I also really love oils. Don't be afraid to mix styles. Photography, for example, together with some oils is beautiful. I think with art, as long as you like it, you'll find the perfect spot for it. A lot of original features remain, but over the years, the house has really evolved. And you can see it in things like the fireplace. In fact, I think the fireplace was moved from another room. This is the Palm Court. It is home to the lovebirds. It's this beautiful space right in the center of the home. It was an open space, but it's now an internal conservatory, and it is filled with beautiful plants. Just a restful space. Birds tweeting, just to feel like you are in nature, even when it's cold outside. You feel that you have that sense of the outside in. We went quite dramatic in this room. It's gorgeous green, and it's called Invisible Green by Edward Bulmer. It just mixes with all the plants, so it's gorgeous for this space. There's a lot of rattan, bamboo. It just feels very natural in here. A couple of my favorite things in this room are the huge olive pots, and then the 2 vintage bistro tables with the marble tops that are just gorgeous and very honed and worn down. This is the morning room, so it's another space that is very white and bright, but it really, again, brings the outside in. The most important part of the room, I suppose, that takes center stage is the Cox London light, and then we just have a really long, simple table for breakfast, dinners, more casual dining, I would say. Even though we are still in an English country house, I guess this room is a bit more Australian, has a bit more of me in it. We have the Bridget Riley. It's light, it's bright, and it just feels pared back. Love this piece of art here. This is V. Spears. It's from her birthday party series that she did, which I really, really loved. Very special to me. I've had him for a long time. He's moved house a few times. He's gorgeous in this room. Because the house is listed, you can't actually touch the fabric of the house. And so these window seats, all custom built, and they just slot in to the window, so you can sit here, you can overlook, there's a pond at the bottom, and it's just such a nice place to sit. This is our kitchen, and everything you see here is a complete redo. So all that we had was the ingle nook, which was painted white. Inside it was all covered in plastics. We had to rip everything out. And often people say, yes, but the floor was here, the tiles were here. I'm like, no, they weren't. There was nothing. We went right down to mud. I'm a keen cook myself. I like baking, something I made earlier. But we wanted it to be a space that could actually be incredibly useful, can do big numbers, but can also be cozy on a day-to-day basis as well. I think the chef's nook is what helps to keep it feeling cozy, and we have these little moments, you know, like where the radio is there, where the coffee pot is there. Again, we have like a little tea and toast run, so I think in any home you need to have those little moments which makes it feel more cozy and special. The lighting in the kitchen, as with most of the house, is really, really important. So we have the 3 gorgeous globes that are from Soho Lighting. So they take center stage, but you also have a lot of smaller moments. I really wanted the bar where you can eat and watch somebody cooking to have the little tiny lights there. So it just feels really cozy. It's like your own space at the bar. That's all Pookie. There's a lot of Pookie lighting in the house as well. With the stools, they have like a beautiful scalloped sort of edge to them. And there's a lot of scallops in the house. So there's just that theme gently running through the house, that hard and soft. So with the tiles, for example, they have the tumbled edges. So it just takes the edge off it, makes it a little bit softer, more worn down. And then in the ingle nook, where we have the found piece of furniture, which was from a chemist, we've just hand painted the uses of each of the drawers on there. So it actually brings it into a very modern, useful piece of furniture from something that's very old. This is one of the main suites. It's quite a big room, but what I love about it is it's quite zoned, so it still feels cozy. So you have the sleeping area, you have this gorgeous bathroom where the bath is, but there's also a shower room as well. And then we have a gorgeous seating area with the window seats. So even though it's really big, it does still feel gorgeous and cozy. Another thing that I really love about this room is the rug. And I wouldn't normally like rug on carpet, but in this case, I really, really love it. There's quite a few things going on here. What holds it all together is the pink and the green. We've just stuck with 2 shades, and then you can, within that, you have quite a few different things. Like you've got the lacquered bamboo chair, you've got the scallops versus a really gorgeous, much heavier Edwardian chest of drawers. We used the cast iron bath company throughout the whole house for all of the sanitary ware. And we then used mandarin stone for all of the bathrooms, flooring everywhere. So we used those 2 suppliers throughout the house, but made them feel quite different in every room. This is one of the biggest bedrooms in the house, and as you walk into it, the key feature is the 4-poster bed. And I think in any grand English country house, it has to have a 4-poster bed, so we have just the one. This is like obviously the key focal point of this room. It almost doesn't need a lot else, but it has some gorgeous art, a lot of the Delft pots, which I love. And I really think that blue and yellow is just such a fresh combo, and I had to have it in one of the rooms. This room really came together from the wallpaper. So the print I actually found it from the fabric. It's Nicholas Herbert, and it was just gorgeous to me. I loved it. And I think yellow in a room is always going to be very fresh and bright and pretty. We have 2 downstairs loos. We have the men's next door. This is the ladies, and the girls we made into a really pretty boudoir feeling that a girl would want to spend some time in. Lee Joffa on the walls, and it has matching linen drapes in the little cubicles. And the sink you see as well is custom made with a beautiful marble sink. This is the library. It's a really lovely, cozy, enveloping space. Edward Bulmer on the walls. It's called Jonquil. And this is a real mix, this room. It has a lot of old and new. This light is from Pure White Lines. Floorboards are as they are. We actually didn't even polish these ones. We just left them. Has some of my favorite things, this room actually. This I found on Portobello Road, £20. It's my favorite sofa in the whole house. It's Love Your Home, but it's covered in this gorgeous vintage fabric and some really lovely pieces of art. A couple of Tracy Emmons. My Etsy chairs, and we had them re-covered in a beautiful boucle. The fireplace is such a key, striking part of the room. It takes center stage. I took the pink veining in the marble as the color reference for the room. We went right up to the ceiling just to give as much height as possible. And the result is a really warm, enveloping space, which I originally thought we would use at the beginning of the day, but it's a real end of day feeling, I think. I hope you've enjoyed looking around my home. I've really enjoyed showing you. Thank you so much for watching.